Hello friends, welcome back to this HTML tutorial. In this class we'll be discussing HTML text formatting, HTML block level and inline elements, HTML5 sections, images, tables, and list. So we're going to start with HTML5 text formatting. What are text formatting? You see, text formatting helps readers to know the important parts of a web page or web content easily. Let's clean this. An example of text formatting is the bold. You have the B tag. I am a bold text. Okay, if I reload this, see, let me zoom this so you guys can see clearer. You see, I am a bold text. We have the italicized with the I tag. I am an italicized text. Okay, if I reload, see, if I reload, you see it's italicized. Okay, another one we have again. What is this stuff? Another one we have again is the underline. We have the U. I am an underlined text. Okay, the next one we have is the small. I am a small text. Okay. Another one we have is the emphasis. I am an emphasized text. If I reload, you see that. Another one we have again is the strong. I am a strong text. If I reload, see that I am a strong text. The next one after the strong is the I am the quoted text with the Q tag. See, I am a quoted text. See, if I reload that, you see, I am a quoted text. Okay, so we have a lot of them and they're just useful because they help to signify important parts of a web page. The next thing I want to show you is the HTML block level and inline elements. Okay, let me start with the inline since these HTML text formatting are all inline. If I expand my browser, you notice that after I am about text, even though I am writing the next line of the italics tag, I am an italicized text on another line. You see that it just continues on the same line with I am about text. Meanwhile, in the text editor, it's on another line. This is happening because all these tags are all inline elements. Just like inline, they fall in line in any line they are written. Okay, or continues from the line before them if it's not all contained by another element. Okay, so what I'm just going to do, I'm on Chrome, I'll Control Shift I to open a tab by my right, and you can just come to elements over here, and when you hover on each one, you see, you notice the blue highlight on each one of them stops immediately after the content. You see that? You see that? Okay, for you to understand, in contrast to that, let me clean all this and write a block level element. we have the, let's say, the head, let's say the h1. This is h1, okay, and then I'll just do this to make this is h2, to make this is h2, and then to make this a paragraph, the p tag, okay, the p tag, and then I'll reload this. Okay, you can see, okay, I think I have to change the content, h2, and then p. Okay, you see the content is now changed. If I come over here to over the h1, you notice it's not like the inline element. Let me write another inline element. A commonly used one is the span. Okay, I am a span. So I will reload. See, I am a span. So as I hovered on the h1, you see that it's taken the full width of that container. You see, the heading tags, even the paragraph is also a block level element. As I hovered on the span, you see, it's not taking the full width. So that's why even if I bring this span and write it on the same line, with the paragraph tag, see, it's on the same line with the paragraph tag, and reload, and then come over to this to over the p tag. You see, it's taking the full width. Even though they're on the same line, it's not giving space for the span to be on the same line with it. That's the difference between the block level and the inline element. So okay, the next thing I want to show you guys is the HTML5 sections. And HTML sections are very useful because, you know, they are essential for organizing and styling your web content. Okay, an example of the HTML5 sections is the div. That's the most commonly used of them all, and all HTML5 sections they are all block level elements. They are not inline, they are all block level elements. We have the div. I am a div. Okay, then we have the nav for navigation bar. Then we have the main for the main content on the website. Then we have the article to write an article inside your website. And before or after the nav, we have the header. After the article, then what else? We have the footer. Okay, we have the footer. All these are block level elements as help you to define each section of your page. Okay, just mention section, and we have the section. Okay, so all these are block level elements. You want to add on navigation, you can use the div. The div works well, but it's good using the nav as a help in search engine optimization. Okay, and the beautiful thing about all this is they can all be styled. Okay, if I put in a content in my div and I just say style, then I just say font size. If I say font size and I say 50 that's just going to be very big. So let's close this tab here and reload this. Okay, I want something very big, but that's just too big. It's creating a scrollable page. So let me make these, let's say 20 M. Let's make this 20 M and then reload. That's also very, very big. Let's make it 10 M. Okay, you see that it's very big. Naturally, without styling, it won't be as big as this. So they all can be styled. That's it about HTML5 sections. And then we have HTML5 images. And this is very important because almost every website, if not every website in the world, have an image in their website. You know, a website just looks boring without images. It's images on a website that add beauty to them. Okay, so HTML images are indeed needed or required for any website. You know, images help a website become more attractive for visitors, and images make it more beautiful. I think we said that. Okay, just imagine a web page without a single image. It's just going to be very, very boring. So how do we add an image to our website? We add an image using the img tag. Okay, you see, you add the source. That's where you want this text editor to fetch the image from, or the browser to fetch the image from. Then we have the out. The out is used when the image cannot be displayed or cannot be fetched. Okay, so let's try adding an image. See, I already have a folder with an image. Okay, so how you can just do this is you can open file. Okay, or I think it's easier this way. You can come to your desktop and then copy an image, okay, and paste. You go to your folder where you have your work and paste in here, or you create a folder. Just what I'm going to do is I'll copy this. I'll copy this and I'm going to paste it here. I'll copy the image and paste it here, and then rename this to Bootstrap. Bootstrap. Okay, so then let's go back to our text editor. So I'm just going to close this tab here. Okay, so I'll close this. So with the source you can add the image. So I have Bootstrap. Since it's in the same folder with my index.html5, I'll just write the name of the file, then kind.png, then I'll just bootstrap.png, then I'll write the alternative, just say bootstrap. Okay, so if I reload this, you see the image is already displayed. Let me expand. See the image. Okay, so let me just add something, an alphabet to this, to give it another image that doesn't exist. If I reload this, you see it can't fetch that image, but instead it just wrote Bootstrap. Okay, so that's the work of the alt attribute for the img tag. So what if this image is not in the same folder, but in another folder in the same folder with the index.html file? So what I will just do is come here, put the name of the folder, you see. Then I have another folder, and then there's the image. Okay, so if I reload this, then I have my image. So that's how to use HTML5 images. Okay, and I don't think this will be too necessary, but let me just show you guys. You see, you can float an image to the left or to the right. Okay, let me show you what I mean by that. We are going to add a little bit of styling to our image here, and I will just make this a bit smaller. Okay, then I can just add style, and I can say width 100 pixel. Okay, and let me add height also 100 pixel. No, in here. Okay, you see the image is smaller. So let me write a text. Let me write a text down here. So I say, my name is Dami and I am a web developer. Okay, so let me reload this. You see, let me expand so you can see. It's starting this on a new line. So what if I want to write this text beside this bootstrap image over here? What I will just do is add another style, and what I'm going to be adding is float. Just say float. I'll just say left. Okay, and then when I reload this, you see that this comes beside this image. Okay, so that's how to use image float. Okay, I think we are going to go to the next. The next thing I want to show you is HTML5 tables. HTML tables represent data in a tabular form. It is composed of columns and rows of cells, that contains data, and you use the table tag to define an HTML table. You just write table. Okay, and in between the table you have your table body, the T body, we have the footer, the T foot, we have the table row, the TR tag, we have the TH, the table heading, the TD, the table data. Okay, so let's put that into our code editor. You have the table, you have the table heading, or table header rather, it's different from heading. You have the T head, that's the table header. Okay, so we can have the table row in between. Okay, then we have the table data, then we have, let's say, first name, then another table data that carries last name. Okay, then after the table head, either we have the table body. Let's have the table body here. Okay, and then we have our table row, then we have the table data. Then I'll say the first name is Victor. and then the last name Joseph. Okay, so if I reload here, table, let's add border to this, border 1. See that this is a table, so let me zoom. Okay, you see this is our table. Okay, so but this doesn't look awesome. There are ways to style your table to the code span to allow a particular row span across all other columns. Okay, and that's what we are going to do now. So what I will do is add the style attribute into my border, and when I add this, let's add the style attributes and just walk around with this. We have the style, let's say background color, let's say red, and then reload. You see that changes the background color. Border 2 pixel, solid white. Okay, and then I'll just reload. 20 pixel, no, 2 pixel. Let me put another color so it can be very clear. Black. You see that? Okay. To add border in between them, then in the style, there is a style element we use. And okay, before that, let me show you the border collapse. You can use the border collapse. We have the border collapse. We have the border. We have the border collapse. Okay, and then we have it to be collapse. Then we reload. You see, before I added border direct as an attribute to it. When you do that, what the border collapse helps you to do is it helps you to merge the border of the content in between the table. Initially, we add border to be equals to, no, it's not going to be inside the quote. That will be equals to 1. Okay, you see that if I remove this border collapse over here, it's removed now, and then reload. You see the way it's displaying the border for the content inside the table. But when we use border collapse, let me Ctrl Z. Okay, and then reload. Do you see that? So you can add your padding. Let me break this to the next line. Okay, you can add your padding. You can have your padding 10 pixel. Okay, for your padding to work, what we are going to do is we are going to style the table data. Okay, so both the table head and the table data. So we are going to add a style inside the body, and then what I will just do is say style, then I will say table, comma table data. Then I'll have my padding to be 10 pixel. So if I reload, see that my padding now works. Okay, so I'm just going to clean this one over here. No, see that my padding now works. So that's it about HTML5 tables. And before I go to the next topic, let me just show you one last thing, and that's a call span for HTML5 tables. We have the call span, and what the call span helps you to do is, okay, I think it's set now. It helps you to merge columns into one. Okay, this is what I mean. Let me make this 3 columns. So what we're going to do is, first name, let's add age to this. We have age. Okay, let me add age, let's say 30 years, or 20 years rather. Okay, you see that, right? What the call span helps you to do is, it helps you to match columns. Okay, so if I come here to say let's assume I want to have you can make all this table data over here. You can use table head instead. The reason it's because it's a heading. Okay, so you can make it t-head. Table data also works well, but I think table head is just better. No, we can just make it t-head. Okay, see, it's bold now. So I'll copy this, or just one of these. Then I'll create another table row, the tr. Then I'll have my table data. Okay, and what I'll do to this table data is just, I'll say call span. Okay, since I already have 3 columns, so what I'll just do is insert 3, and then I'll reload. You see that? Okay, that's it about tables. I don't want this tutorial, it's getting long. Okay, and the last thing I'm just going to show you in this tutorial is HTML lists. Let me clean all this. Yeah, to table. Okay, HTML lists they help you number items. If you want them numbered, we have the ordered list and we have the unordered list. Okay, an ordered list defines a list where it's arranged with numbers, alphabet. One unordered list doesn't make use of numbers and alphabets. It just makes use of the bullet, the square bullet, and the rest. Okay, so to start, you use, if you're just going to start with an ordered list, we have the OL tag for the ordered list. Okay, for ordered list, and we have the UL for the unordered list. For unordered list. Okay, you use the list tag for the content of your ordered list and all your unordered list. Okay, so if I say, let me clean this, one of these, and then clean the list, then come in between here, and I'll have my list. My list tag is always between either the ordered list or the unordered list. And while we are starting with the ordered list, if I say mango, and then I just copy and paste this a couple of times, apple, let's say rice, oh, since we are dealing with fruit, let's say orange, and then let's say berry. Okay, if I reload, you see that without me adding 1, 2, 3, 4, it just makes it easier. It just numbers it by itself. And let's try the unordered list. I will just copy my list item over here and paste them into my unordered list, and then I reload. You see the differences. You have the mango, apple, orange, berry. Okay, so that's it about. You can also style all this. You can style the bullet size, you can style the color. You can just manipulate this to whatever way you want, but I don't want to go much into CSS since this is just a strictly HTML tutorial. Okay, let me just add a little style. Style, color, no, in here, red. You see that? Okay, so you can just manipulate this to whatever way you want. You can create an external style sheet or an internal. What I just did is the inline. You can add an internal style sheet to just style them to whatever way you want, and you can put a list inside, and you can put an unordered list inside a list. Let me clean all these, and then I'll clean this mango in here, and then I'll have my unordered list. Okay, and then I will have, and let me paste this and let me reload so you can see. You see, I have my 1, I have my unordered list. I can also have my 2, like that, like that, like that. So if I copy this and paste, I'll always have my 2. You see that? And I can decide to change this to an ordered list. I have ordered list, reloading. You see that? Okay, so you can just manipulate them to whichever way you want. Okay, so that's going to be the end of this tutorial for now. Thanks for watching. See you in my next class. Enjoy.